Welcome to lesson 59. Now in the next few segments I'm going to deal on the subject balancing technique and feel. If you're all technically orientated and your mind is full of stuff, that actually damages our feel. But by the same token, if we're all feel with no mechanical discipline and we have poor procedures, then we don't get the benefit of having good feel. So it's an art to balance technique and feel and bring those two subjects together. Now primarily you have to choose the shot that you're going to hit, and then the shot you're going to hit will depend upon the quality of your preparation for that shot. So the correct club selection, for instance, and the correct alignment of the club face, ball position, good posture, all the basics. But these basics change, particularly when you have the refinements of the short shots around the greens. And when you're making big changes in the golf course, fades and draws and lows and high, your procedure is going to change. And with it comes a change of feel. So basically, you need to make a clear decision about the shot you want to hit. You want to have the correct procedure for that shot, but in the final analysis, feel is the key. And if your mind is full of other things, then feel is damaged. Now behind me, we've got a number of flags here on this lovely short game area at Woburn. And I'm just going to take a golf ball and I'm going to just roll a golf ball to each hole in front of me. So 1, 2, 3. Now you can see in a very short space of time that all 3 balls have gone pretty much the correct weight for the distance. So on board we have this amazing computer that can judge the distance. You don't have to know how far it is in feet and yards or meters and centimeters. Your eye looks at the target and your body can compute the weight. And if we can tap into that computer, we become very effective in the short game area. So we've learned to roll the ball the right distance. Now we've got to do it with the club in hand. So to carry on from rolling the ball with my hand as I'm playing marbles, I'm now going to amplify my right hand by using my putter. Particularly if you go to a new golf course and you want to find out how good the greens are or understand their pace, then go to the practice putting green and spend 10 or 15 minutes before you play. And if you're going to get the feel of new greens at a golf course you're not used to, then the best way of doing that is in quite long putts with your right hand only. I would say that's one of the best ways of finding out how fast the green is rolling, and then you can tune into that, because you've got to get the pace of the greens into your system before you can putt well. So I would set up, I've got again the 3 flags, near, medium and far. So I've set up for the nearest one with my normal putting posture, but then I put my left hand behind my back. And now I'm just using my right hand and the club head to roll the ball. And as you can see, just with one hand, I can get the ball down to within a couple of feet of the hole. I'm then going to aim at the middle of the 3 flags. There's some break from the left on this putt. But again, placing my left hand behind my back, right hand only. I've got the pace right. I just need to start a little bit further left. But you can see the dead weight is really good. So now with the 3rd putt, which is longer, slightly straighter, aiming the face and taking my normal stance, left hand behind my back, and now just using my right hand to judge the pace with the right hand. And there we go. A lot more break there than I think actually. So as I've worked with just one hand to get a sense of bowling the ball, that naturally leads me on to 2 hands. Now you hear the phrase take the hands out of putting, and it's a slightly dangerous phrase to me. I understand what people mean. If the hands are active, the putter face can jerk or twitch, and therefore when we're making a sound putter stroke we want control. However, if control becomes tension, or if control becomes a static or tight wrist, then I think you lose feel. I don't think you can judge distance easily if your hand pressure and your grip pressure and your wrist and forearm muscles are tight. That's a bad place to try and get a good feel from. You need to stay supple. So your disciplines are clear and crisp, but that doesn't mean you've got to be rigid. So let's move now to rolling the ball with 2 hands. When I play tennis with my right hand, if I were to add my left hand would amplify my right hand, not replace it or get in the way of it. Okay, so when we putt using the conventional putting grip, both hands are working in unison, but I like to feel that it's my right hand that is controlling the pace. That time I got the line and the pace just about spot on. There's quite a lot of break on this putt. A little bit to the left, looking a couple of times. And there's the ball running sweetly down to the hole. Now Tiger Woods, throughout most of his career, when he goes to the putting green, he spends the first 10 minutes or so hitting putts with just his right hand. He feels that he releases the putt ahead. There's actually an element of strike there. And when Tiger was at his peak, the club face or the putter face would fan quite a few degrees, which goes contrary to many teaching gurus who say the blade must stay square back and through. When Tiger did his best, there was a slight opening and closing of the blade, and there was definitely a strike and a commitment to making the ball run properly. So if it's good enough for Tiger, I think it's good enough for us. Let's roll the ball. That's the primary thing to get distance control. Let's learn to use the right hand and then ally the left hand to it. And when you bring the hands together in a putting grip, there's lots of choices, reverse overlap or double overlap or interlock, but find one that feels comfortable to you. If you're not comfortable, you're not going to have good feel. But if your grip and posture are comfortable, that's the best way of getting the ball to roll the right distance.